Welcome into another online edition of Q's Countdown. I'm Ben Peck, joined alongside Ben Stevens and John Paul Chunga. Syracuse getting ready to face UConn on Wednesday fresh off a 77-58 victory over St. John's Sunday, where they welcome back their sixth man, James Sutherland. And you really got it going at times, but overall in the grand scheme of things, how important is he really for the Orange going forward?
Well, I think as you saw in that second half, he can really bring that deep ball threat, something the Orange were lacking when he was out.
Well, not only does he provide as a scorer, he also opens it up for the inside guys. He stretches the defense with the three ball, and that opens it up for C.J. Fair.
Not to mention managing some of those minutes with Dajuan Coleman going out. The Orange now has 8 players that could really come in handy, especially in foul trouble. But taking a closer look at how Southerland did in that last game, 13 points, a little rusty to start off in the first half, but in the second half really got it going. 4 of 6 from the field, including back-to-back three-pointers at one point. So you kind of certainly saw there what kind of spark he could be to this offense. But now taking a look at UConn's side of it, Syracuse facing them in their Big East finale. Overall, remember, UConn cannot make the NCAA tournament because of academic violations, and neither can they make the Big East tournament. So this is pretty much it. What matchup favors UConn in this game?
It's plain and simple for me, Ben. You got to go to their playmaker, Shabazz Napier. He is averaging 17 points on the year, 44% from the field, and 40 from beyond the arc, which is huge improvement from last year. He had 22 in their game against Seton Hall. You can definitely see he is taking a more competitive role as their playmaker, as their leading scorer, and he will bring that against Syracuse, trying to penetrate the zone or maybe even shooting from beyond the arc, which he really does love to do.
And Napier's got a nice partner in Ryan Boatwright back there as well. But now taking a look back at the Orange, you know, we mentioned James Sutherland coming back. Is he the best matchup for Syracuse against the Huskies?
Well, he definitely is. He's the sixth man. And the Grammys were Sunday, so I want to dance with somebody, and that somebody is James Sutherland. He's the man who plays against the second team, and he should be starting. He has an advantage over them. He's the sixth man who can do it all, shoot the three, and pass off into the inside where it opens it up for C.J. Fair.
So I guess those are some areas to definitely look for both teams. But if you had to look for one area where, you know, maybe not the matchup advantage, but could make a big impact, who or you have as your X factor?
My X factor is a Syracuse balanced offensive attack. When in their game against St. John's, they had 4 scorers in double figures, which was huge for them. In their 2 loss that had everybody freaked out a little bit, they only shot 35% from the field, really abysmal numbers. They're going to need to look for that third or fourth scorer, something Coach Boeheim has stressed throughout his press conferences. That's going to be huge for them if they want to beat UConn tomorrow.
And my X factor has to be Kevin Ollie. No, he's not going to be suiting up for the UConn, but he can control the minutes that Shabazz Napier plays. And when he played 34 minutes against St. John's, they went down early and they lost that game. Against Seton Hall, he played the entire game, and that's when they won. He controls the minutes, and with Shabazz Napier, they push the ball and score more points than Syracuse.
Definitely a number of guys who can make big plays on both sides of the ball, but when it all comes down to it, who you got in this one? I
got Syracuse 68, UConn 65. I think they hold off Shabazz Napier and contain him, and they are able to control that ball offensively to get this win.
SU 76-68. James Sutherland's last track meet was against Arkansas, and he scored 35 points. It's going to be a track meet against UConn. He's going to have a big game.
Well, we'll have to see about that. Maybe they match Louisville, Notre Dame, go 5-6 overtimes, but we'll just have to see. You be sure to follow CitrusTV at CitrusTV Sports on Twitter for all the in-game updates. Until then, for John Paul Chunga and Ben Stevens, I'm Ben Peck.